gang violence and other kind of violence.
Guess what? I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's a Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video. So, as you guys know, the infamous Pooh Shiesty masks have been banned in public spaces in Philadelphia. Okay, so in honor of the death of the Pooh Shiesty mask, you already know I'm rocking my Pooh Shiesty mask, Pooh Shiesty mask, Pooh Shiesty mask. And we're going to do the whole stream with the Pooh Shiesty. So all the gangsters up in here, y'all fuck with me. You feel me? We about to get real on this channel. And we about to talk about these goddamn Pooh Shiesty masks. And we going to talk about how racist and discriminatory it is to ban these Pooh Shiesty masks when everybody knows that the community has been having a grand old time with these Pooh Shiesty masks. Okay, so we're gonna get into it. I want to cover how the news is covering this. Then I want to talk about how the community is reacting to this. All of these things are extremely important with the in the event of this new law or regulation, if you will, that has been enacted in the city of Philadelphia. This is absolutely horrendous. I am appalled that they have banned these Pooh Shiesty masks, okay? Because I was planning on rocking it everywhere I went. No, I'm actually totally kidding. You know, I've been speaking on the Pooh Shiesty mask for the longest. I even coined the repetitious phrase, Pooh Shiesty mask, Pooh Shiesty mask, Pooh Shiesty mask. And I said that you have to say it 3 times when encountering a super gremlin with a Pooh Shiesty mask on so that he will go away, just like when you say swiper, no swiping. Swiper, no swiping. Swiper, no swiping. Okay, so you have to call out the Pooh Shiesty mask when they are in your face. It could be a deterrent and save your life in the event that you encounter a super gremlin on demon time. So without further ado, we're gonna get into what's going on out here in Philly and what made them, what pushed them to enact this racist legislation that infringes on the rights of Black and brown people and marginalized people alike in the city of Philadelphia. So let's see what brought them to this conclusion that this article of clothing, basically a hat, has to be banned for good.
Now to a new ban on face coverings in Philadelphia. City Council voted today to outlaw the use of these ski mask style coverings, with one council member calling the face coverings a quality of life issue. NBC 10's
Quality of life? That's horrendous. If you ban these masks, how am I supposed to go into my local gas station, my local Minute Mart, and rob the teller blind? I'm totally appalled. Okay, how am I supposed to jug, finesse, slide on my ops? This is horrendous. I'm absolutely flabbergasted that they would do such a racist, discriminatory thing as to banning these coveted Pooh Shiesty masks. I'm just. I don't know what to say. I'm disgusted. This is a regressive policy. I'm choked for words.
Francis Wang is live in the newsroom to break down what all of this means. Francis.
Yeah, Jackie, even though a majority of the council had already voiced their approval for this bill, it was still a complicated and controversial one. SEPTA already introduced a similar ban earlier this year, and now the city council member who introduced this citywide ban says it was ultimately a choice between lawlessness and, as you mentioned, quality of life.
Eyes of 13.
Well, what about my quality of life? I'm going to go outside and my face is going to be smacked with that wind, that Philly wind. It's raining, it's brick outside. And now I have to take my mask off when I go in public, then put it back on when I go outside, and all this extra stuff. I'm not having it.
In the nays are 2. Majority of all members voting in affirmative, the bill passes.
With just 2 council members voting no, a ski mask ban has now passed in the city of Philadelphia. Under this new bill, Philadelphians will be banned from wearing ski masks, also known as shiesties.
And while I'm at it, y'all better hit the goddamn PayPal and the Cash App, because I'm feeling like robbing somebody tonight. I'm feeling like going in y'all digital wallets and taking everything. If they gonna take the Pooh Shiesty mask from me, I'm taking everything from y'all. Okay? So make sure y'all hit that PayPal and that Cash App, and you better pray that I don't pull up in your crib, in your digital wallet, with the Pooh Shiesty mask, Pooh Shiesty mask, Pooh Shiesty mask.
In schools, rec centers, parks, city buildings, or any public transportation. Those who do will face a $250 fine. Anyone wearing one while committing a crime will face $2,000.
We move forward and we make progress.
What the hell? $250? So you mean to tell me if I rob a nigga for $250 and then y'all catch me with the Pooh Shiesty mask, I'm gonna have to get that back? This is outrageous.
As a people and city, when we remove our masks and show who we are with all of our beautiful potential, that doesn't happen when we wear ski masks.
Philadelphia City Council member Anthony Phillips delivered an impassionate plea to his fellow council members to pass the legislation he introduced. He says it's centered around a public safety issue and feedback he's received from the community.
I just can't understand or comprehend this public safety issue. How is wearing a mask a public safety issue? I'm confused. How is me and 20 other ninjas wearing Pooh Shiesty masks walking into your establishment a threat on public safety? Please explain to me how this is. I need to know. I need it written out, spelled out in layman's terms.
However, most of the public comments today were from people strongly against it, from teens to those who work in social justice.
Safety is important. This proposal feels more like an attempt to further criminalize young people of color than it does to actually get at safety concerns.
I have a ski mask on. I didn't cause any harm to anybody. I don't plan on causing any harm to anybody.
How much you want to bet this nigga got bodies in the street? How much you want to bet this Russell Westbrook looking ninja with the Pooh Shiesty mask, Pooh Shiesty mask, Pooh Shiesty mask is active in these streets? Or how much you want to bet he's got a SoundCloud link in his bio? Okay.
I never been arrested. I never plan to be arrested.
I am begging, can we please put more of our energy into creating opportunities for young people to thrive?
And you know, it's so peculiar. It's so peculiar that you have Black women who are speaking against this Pooh Shiesty ban when you guys are number 2 in the pecking order of victims of crimes done by people wearing Pooh Shiesty masks. Okay? Black men are the number 1 victims, also the number 1 perpetrators. But then, you know, in a close second, Black women are also victims of these crimes. So how can you, as a Black woman, especially at her age, advocate for Pooh Shiesty mask, the only rationale that I can think of is that the nigga that she is fucking is a gangster nigga and he's wearing the Pooh Shiesty mask. I'll tell you that right now. I'll put money on it. I will put money on it that even a woman at her age, with her, I'm assuming that she's an educated woman, an educated sister, because they're the most educated, right? Even a woman at her age, she is smashing a what? Does anybody remember the term that I've coined to describe the men that these sisters are attracted to? A thug, maxed, alpha, simp. A thug, max, alpha, simp. Okay? That's who it is, y'all. That's who it is. Okay? That's why she's advocating for the Pooh Shiesty mask not to be banned. Because her thug, max, alpha, simp, baby daddy, or whoever is clapping the cheeks right now, be rocking one every day he pull up to her crib. Okay? That's just a fact. Guys, if you want to make a donation, the banner is right here along the bottom of the screen. The banner is right here along the bottom of the screen. You can hit my PayPal at blackgenzmindset@gmail.com, or you can hit the Cash App at Autumn Saints, # Autumn Saints ENT, to show your support. Guys, we're really doing this out here. We're working hard to expose the fuckery in the community, but it takes some time. It takes some time, especially when you have people like this, women like this, who don't see the dangers in these masks. Now, do I think that a ban is appropriate? I don't think it should have to be appropriate. I think it should be common courtesy that you don't wear a mask in public places. But see, the community is so backwards. We take a rule and we stretch it. We take a trend and we turn it into something that we can use for ill intent. For example, where did these Pooh Shiesty masks come from? Where'd they come from? Nobody was wearing them before. I had never in my life seen people wearing ski masks, Pooh Shiesty masks out in public. Where did these things come from? Where'd they come from? I can tell you where they come from. They come from the pandemonium. They come from the pandemonium. I've been speaking about this since the pandemonium began. I said, watch when the pandemonium ends. You will have super gremlins wearing Pooh Shiesty mask, Pooh Shiesty mask, Pooh Shiesty mask in 120-degree weather. It could be 120 degrees, and these super gremlins will still be rocking the Pooh Shiesty mask. That's a fact. Has nothing to do with staying warm. Has nothing to do with, trying to protect yourself from illness. Has everything to do with disguising yourself from your ops. Disguising, yourself from the police. Disguising yourself when committing crimes. This is the norm.
Not more opportunities for them to be fined, arrested, and shuffled into a deeply harmful criminal legal system. All of our safety depends on that.
Even after hearing the
all of our safety depends on that. So she thinks our safety depends on not banning the mask. Guys, this is a perfect example of why no solutions is a thing. Because the rationale, it's just completely backwards.
criticism, Councilmember Phillips defended his bill.
I do believe in prevention. I do believe in the idea of doing as much as we can to support preventive measures and intervention. But nonetheless, this bill is not without controversy. No legislation is perfect, Philadelphia. But this bill goes a long way.
Almost every council member spoke on this issue, sharing personal stories and why they were careful in their choice.
This is a tough vote.
I came in actually
leaning towards yes.
And ultimately, Councilwoman Jamie Gaudier, who you just heard from there, she was actually one of the two who voted no. Now, there are going to be exceptions, including religion, costumes, and sports. This bill now heads to the mayor's desk, and there are
religion, costumes, and sports. Okay, makes sense. But I mean, I ain't even gonna cap. Even the Muslims, at which point are y'all gonna assimilate? Because I'm not. I'm gonna keep it a buck, and this ain't no Islamophobia. Look, man, I'm cool with wearing a burqa, doing the head covering, but do you gotta cover your whole face? Because that's suspect. What you got up under that gown? I mean, the people of Philadelphia need to know. And we ain't talking about pussy. All right? Do you got a strap? Do you got a bomb strapped? We need to know. And in this climate with open borders and illegal radical Islamic terrorists coming over the border, illegal Mexican, Venezuelan, Ecuadorian, Honduran immigrants coming across the border, we can't take no chances. Can't take no chances. So I need to know what the hell is under that burqa. I need to know what the hell is under that Pooh Shiesty mask. I need to know. And if I can't know, then maybe you shouldn't be here.
already similar bans in states like Florida and Georgia.
There you have it. There you have it. So we ain't playing with these damn Pooh Shiesty. We're not playing with y'all. Okay? We ain't playing with y'all ninjas. It's got to go. It has got to go. And it's caused so much pain, so much suffering, so much destruction already. The damage is it's unrepairable, irreparable. But this is a step in the right direction. Okay?
You want to leave your ski mask at home if you're going to be going in public in Philly, because City Council today voted to ban them across the city. And now it's up to Mayor Jim Kenney to sign the bill.
There is a lot included in this, Jeff. What else do we need to know tonight?
Well, certainly supporters of the measure say that residents fearful of crime, particularly elderly in this city, are absolutely demanding that this bill be passed.
So it was the older generation, the boomer community. They finally stepped up, even though this isn't going to do much, but it's going to do enough. Shout out to Big Time with the $10 Cash App. He says, Pooh Shiesty.
Hold on. Hello? Where we at? Oh, you want to know where I'm at? We outside!
Absolutely, and Big Time is definitely outside if he is aware of the Pooh Shiesty mask, Pooh Shiesty mask, Pooh Shiesty mask, and the rules of engagement when encountering a super gremlin on Demon Time with this article of clothing on his face.
Was today, but the question I think that remains is, will a $250 fine actually work?
This 19-year-old says ski masks are worn in Philadelphia for style and warmth. He says he wears one and won't stop.
Just because somebody carried out an act in this particular item doesn't make the item bad. The person chose to do that.
Fearful that ski masks have become a must-have for criminals hiding their faces from witnesses and cameras, City Council proposed banning them in certain public spaces Thursday.
Oh, hold up. This ninja who just came on the scene, this ninja, he reportedly said that he wears the ski mask all the time and he won't stop. Isn't this the same ninja who said, oh, well, I've never been arrested and I don't plan on getting arrested? So if you don't plan on getting arrested, you're going to follow the law. And the law is that you can't wear that shit. So do you plan on getting arrested or are you going to follow the law? It can't be both. It just can't be both.
Just because somebody...
He says he wears one and won't stop.
Just because somebody carried out an act in this particular item doesn't make the item bad. The person chose to do that.
So this is the same logic that we try and use when it comes to firearms, but they don't want to listen. But now when it comes to their coveted Pooh Shiesty mask where they can loot and rob and dredge up the spirit of George Floyd in every criminal act that they do, then now, only now, it's an infringement upon your constitutional rights. Well, I'm here to tell you we're way past that. I wish that a ban on these Pooh Shiesty masks were not necessary. However, ninjas ruin everything. And y'all wore it to ad nauseum. Y'all kept wearing it after this pandemonium. And y'all still wearing them and using them to commit crimes. And y'all acting like, oh, we ain't supposed to ban them. Fuck out of here.
That ski masks have become a must-have for criminals hiding their faces from witnesses and cameras. City Council proposed banning them in certain public spaces. Thursday was the final vote.
We must send a message that masks serve no discernible public or private good when they just create fear and anxiety.
The bill's sponsor says most crimes in the city are committed by suspects wearing ski masks, while opponents argue the bill targets the young.
This proposal feels more like an attempt to further criminalize young people of color than it does to actually get at safety concerns.
Wearing a ski mask at a school, library, on public transportation, or at a city rec center brings a $250 fine, but no criminal record. Wear one while committing a crime, as this shooter did in a rec center last spring. The fine jumps to $2,000.
If somebody wants to shoot someone and wear a mask to do it, how will $250 fine stop them?
That's what we wanted to do, was to help deter people from wearing a ski mask.
The city may soon...
Yeah, and I mean, and that's a great point. It doesn't matter if you fine them or any of this crap, because at the end of the day, if they want to commit a crime, they're going to do so, whether the law states that they can do it or not. That's just kind of common sense. However, I do think it's a step in the right direction, just to say, hey, you know, we're done with this. Okay, we're done with this. This is too much. All right, and this mask ban is gaining headway all across the country. You see, Atlanta wants to do the same thing, and it's still, you know, it's been cold the past couple of days in Atlanta, but I mean, it's pretty warm. It's still pretty warm, even in the middle of winter, and ninjas are still wearing the Pooh Shiesty mask. They're wearing them over the summer. So, I mean, it's not something that people are wearing to stay warm. That's a lie. It has more sinister, more nefarious purposes and connotations to why these super gremlins continue to advocate ad nauseum for these Pooh Shiesty masks.
Find out if it works.
Councilwoman Vaughn.
Aye.
Council President Clark.
Aye. Ayes are 13, the nays are 2. Majority of all members voting in affirmative, the bill passes.
Yeah, the bill passes 13-2. In the end, it was an absolute blowout for the measure. The police certainly support this bill in the city of Philadelphia, but will Mayor Kenney support it? Will he sign it? We asked his office today. A spokesperson says he is reviewing it. Live in Old City, I'm Jeff Cole, Fox 29 News, folks.
All right, Jeff. So not a firm yes or a no. Thank you.
So hopefully the mayor does the right thing and, you know, punch this thing through, right? Because a precedent needs to be set at the least, right? At the very least, they need to draw a hard line in the sand. And I think that this is the line that needs to be drawn, and we'll see if it's effective or not in the future.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Jenquavius Jackson, and y'all already know I'm demonetized and shadow banned in this bitch. So if you want to contribute, go to the Cash App, the PayPal, the GoFundMe, or join the Patreon. Also, don't forget to visit the merch store for all your favorite BGZM News 17 gear, including our exclusive Trump is a Blood t-shirt. Go fast before they sell out. They are already flying off the shelves, no cap. And remember, these super gremlins are on demon time.
In Philadelphia, a new law makes wearing a ski mask in parks, schools, and on public transit punishable by a $250 fine. The ACLU warns it could limit free expression. It would also make it easier to identify and track the car thieves and looters who, of course, make videos like this possible from Philadelphia. Philadelphia City Council member Anthony Phillips authored the bill and joins us now. It's good to see you, sir. I appreciate it. Tell us what the idea behind this is.
Leland, it's good to see you as well. Listen, I just heard you talk about the ACLU. Hardworking residents in the city of Philadelphia made this bill possible. Everywhere I went in this city, people literally, we needed to be hard on crime, and we need to find a way to get individuals who wear these ski masks to literally take them off. We've seen not only robberies in our businesses, but we also see in public places, people are nervous and scared of individuals who are wearing these ski masks. What I'll tell you is that we do not, I don't work or speak for the ACLU. I speak for hardworking residents in the city of Philadelphia. Yeah. And what I tell the ACLU is that they need to be in these neighborhoods and listening to individuals who are petrified of folks in the ski masks.
Yeah. So these people who are petrified of these folks in the ski mask are elderly Black men and women. So the elderly, the grandparents have had enough of these grand ninjas acting a damn fool. These grand ninjas are acting a damn fool. So somebody needed to say it. Somebody needed to get a hold of this issue. Somebody needed to have the balls step up and do something. And it looks like we're starting to make some progress. Even though Black people believe that this policy is racist. Now, will this policy, let's see. Well, because the argument is this is going to disproportionately target Black and brown communities. Will this policy do that? You bet your damn ass it will. You bet your right butt cheek it will. And it needs to. Because those are the people who wearing the damn mask. Okay? It's an all-encompassing law that has teeth for everyone, but the teeth are only sinking in the actual perpetrators who are committing these crimes with these Pooh Shiesty masks. We the only niggas doing it. So of course it's going to disproportionately affect us. You're going to have a lot of ninjas with $250 fines, getting in fights with the police, maybe even getting shot and killed by the police because they don't want to take that damn mask off. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. You're going to have a George Floyd with a Pooh Shiesty mask happen in Philadelphia. Mark my words. And it's election year. Oh, you bet your ass. Some super ninja gremlin is not going to want to take off the Pooh Shiesty mask. Police going to tell him once. You're going to tell him twice. He going to tell him thrice. And then he going to be like, all right, let me forcefully take it off of you and put you in handcuffs. And then the feud is going to ensue. And the super gremlin is going to fight back. And he going to be whooping the cop's ass. And his only redeeming thing is going to be the firearm. And that's how it's going to go down. I'm calling it now.
Oh, I hear you. I spent some time in Philadelphia over the summer. I don't know if it's your district, but in downtown, and drove out through some of the various tougher neighborhoods of Philadelphia. It was terrifying. So I understand how people who are living there would feel really scared. What I'm trying to figure out, though, is if somebody's going to be committing crimes, if they're going to be robbing, they're going to be carjacking, they're going to be looting, those are a lot bigger crimes than wearing a ski mask. Why is a fine against wearing a ski mask going to concern them?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. One of the things that we didn't want to do, and we had to work collectively.
There you have it right there. There you get it right there. Literally, if that kid was bigger and he could have fought off this officer, I guarantee he would have.
A number of different views in the city council is that we didn't want to give people a record, a hard record for wearing a ski mask. What we want to do is use this as a mechanism to deter crime, as opposed to giving a record for wearing a ski mask. The goal is to help people who see this as a trend to understand that, hey, you can have civil liberties and have freedom to do things, but you don't have the right and freedom to infringe upon others people's freedoms, because at the end of the day, ski masks are often associated with criminality in the city of Philadelphia, and the Philadelphia Police Department needs our help with this.
Yeah, there's not a lot of people wearing ski masks who then are, helping old ladies across the street. Just two things that don't go together. Let me ask you this: yeah.
You heard him. You heard him. I've been saying this. You heard what the brother said in 90-degree weather at that.
Not a lot of people wearing ski masks who then are, helping old ladies across the street. Just two things that don't go together. Let me ask you this:
imagine how a nigga face smell when he been rocking that Pooh Shiesty mask. The same Pooh Shiesty, because he ain't switching it. The same Pooh Shiesty mask. 72 hours, ain't washed it, ain't switched it, wears the shit to bed, to sleep. Imagine what that nigga face smell like.
Yeah. Been there for that. Think about Larry Krasner, though, who's the district attorney, one of the softest on crime DAs in the country. If he was prosecuting these criminals, he was locking them up, he wasn't letting them out without posting bail, on and on and on. Would your law be necessary? And the flip side of that is, if Larry Krasner is not going to prosecute these people anyway, do you think they're really going to be scared of a fine for wearing a ski mask?
Well, let me tell you this. This law has come as a result of us not doing as much as we should since the pandemic when it comes to crime. And unfortunately, we've had leaders in the city of Philadelphia who have not made sure that crime is literally, at a high, we're hard on crime and making sure that enforcement is at its high level. And so here we are. And so, I had an old lady, a senior citizen, tell me the other day, Phillips, I sent you to city council to make sure neighborhoods are safe. I'm not here for you to talk about the ACLU. I'm here for you to make sure that I'm safe. And she's from a Missionary Baptist Church. And so, at the end of the day, you're right. We were on top of things in our leadership way before the pandemic. Before I got on council, it's my first year. There could have been some things that we could have done to prevent all this.
Well, your first year, you're listening to your constituents. That's an important thing. Councilman Phillips, we appreciate you being with us. We invite you back anytime, sir. All right?
Thanks, Leland. I appreciate you.
Thanks for watching.
So sounds like Councilman Phillips is trying to do the right thing. Hopefully he is not discouraged by the antics and actions of the community. As we know, they can be waning on an individual, especially when you're trying to do the right thing, not the wrong thing. But we have another perspective. And now we're going to start to see how the community is reacting to this law. And we're going to have mixed feelings, but ultimately we're going to come to the conclusion that the community overall and their sentiments are inherently against a policy that keeps everyone safer.
I think they are wearing that ski mask.
Because they followers. Everybody is followers.
It's an all too familiar sight around Philadelphia, the so-called Shiesty mask. The ski mask became extremely popular among some teens and young men during the height of COVID. What is the reason, do you believe, that they would still wear them even if it's hot or warm outside?
I don't know what the purpose is. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense to me.
Now, SEPTA.
I don't know what the purpose is, black men. You know exactly what the purpose is. For him to say, I don't know what the purpose is. No, brother. You know what the purpose is. To jug, finesse, rob, disguise from your ops. Look cool even. Look scary. Say something. Don't just act like you don't know what it is. Because when you get in that damn barbershop, it look like you got a clean shave. Your head is shining. You get in that damn barbershop, man, I can't stand these niggas with the goddamn mask. All they want to do is run up in. You saying that in the barbershop, but you won't say it on the news. Come on, bro. And they call me a sellout. It's crazy.
Makes sense to me.
Now SEPTA is saying no more. It's banning this style of mask from its stations, buses, and trains. We walked around with officers tonight, and it didn't take long for them to encounter a man wearing one. He took it off right away. The new initiative started this week.
There is no legitimate reason, pandemic withstanding, no legitimate reason to wear a full head covering in public for anything.
There's literally no legitimate reason to wear the N95 mask either, but that's a whole nother discussion.
Officers walked around the SEPTA station across from City Hall. Some ripped their mask off before they were told to make the move. We caught up with one man wearing his today.
He said, take that bitch all the way off, ninja. Take it all the way off. Okay? Now, there are going to be some niggas who buck. It's going to be some who buck.
It's an urban mask. You know what I'm saying? We from Philly, like.
Urban mask. That's what y'all calling it now? It's an urban mask. Damn.
Yes, you know what I'm saying? We from Philly, like. Every city wear these. It's a style for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Some people got real problems going on, so they be wearing them.
He tells NBC 10 the Shiesty mask is the style, but understands why others are nervous with all the robbing and shooting going on in the city. And to those folks who may stereotype you.
I mean, let's keep it a buck. I mean, look at the face tattoo. This nigga been doing some robbing and stealing. Come on. Come on. He been jugging and finessing. There ain't no way this ninja has not been in the streets jugging and finessing, bro. It's crazy.
They look at you funny when you're wearing that. What you want to say to them?
Judge yourself. Don't judge me. You don't know what I'm doing.
So you see he dipped out from that interview real quick. That nigga was about to incriminate himself. Oh, man. But yeah, I mean, as you guys can hear it, this is the sentiment from the community. All right. This is how people feel about it. This is how people feel about it. So let's get a little bit more information on just how the community feels about this issue. And also I want to cover a little bit how the news is covering it, because it's absolutely hilarious.
New this morning, a proposed ban on wearing ski masks in the city of Philadelphia could soon become a law. The bill is on its second reading in City Council today. That's a formal step before a vote on final passage. The bill prohibits wearing ski masks.
So the actor that they have putting on a ski mask, is this representative of those who wear Pooh Shiesty masks? I'm just asking. We just saw everyone advocating for the mask. And now the news is going to gaslight us and have this damn near translucent white man putting on the damn Pooh Shiesty mask like they're the main ones rocking the urban mask or the urban hat. I mean, it's unjustifiable. It's I mean, it's fake news. It's inauthentic reporting. It's inauthentic report. Honestly, I'm really trying to figure out when I've seen a white boy wear a Pooh Shiesty mask who wasn't, you know, trying to be a rapper or some shit like that. In public, I'd be hard pressed to say I've ever seen it ever in my life. I'd be hard pressed to say I've ever seen it in my natural born life. Matter of fact, I don't think I've ever seen a white man in a ski mask. Honestly, I genuinely don't think I have. I'm legitimately trying to think back, and I can't even fathom it. Right? Maybe Tommy from Power. Like, come on. Let's be real. Let's get realistic about this shit.
Masks, sometimes called balaclavas or shiesties or some other names. They're used as a way of concealing one's face in public places, including schools, rec centers, parks, or mass transit. Fines would be $250 and up to $2,000 if worn during criminal activity. There would be exemptions for religious requirements and other free speech needs.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Jenquavius Jackson, and y'all already know I'm demonetized and shadow banned in this bitch. So if you want to contribute, go to the Cash App, the PayPal, the GoFundMe, or join the Patreon. Also, don't forget to visit the merch store for all your favorite BGZM News 17 gear, including our exclusive Trump is a Blood t-shirt. Go fast before they sell out. They are already flying off the shelves, no cap. And remember, these super gremlins are on demon time.
Whew. I mean, this is absolutely hilarious, honestly. All right, let's keep going.
In public places, no matter how cold it is. Philadelphia, don't wear a ski mask in public places, no matter how cold it is. The city just banned them for schools, daycare centers, recreation centers, and public transportation, with some exceptions for religious reasons. Here's what's driving the ski mask ban. That night of mass looting in September, when groups of mask-wearing burglars ransacked businesses across the city. CB Cotton is on the story for us. CB.
Hi, Harris. Yeah, those backing the ski mask ban say for years, criminals have used the motto, no face, no case, knowing if they hid their identity, it'd be tougher to be caught. The Philadelphia City Council hoping to change that.
Now, who came up with that ringy phrase? It has a ring to it. Almost sounds like a rap song or a rap bar. No face, no case. I mean, let's keep it a bug. Keep it a buck.
Mentality with a new bill prohibiting ski masks on public transportation and inside school buildings, daycares, rec centers, and parks. Those caught wearing a mask face a $250 fine. That goes up to $2,000 if a mask is worn while a crime is committed. Council members say they've seen an uptick in people wearing these masks while committing crimes. In September, police releasing video of people looting several stores while wearing these masks. Dozens were later arrested. Now, opponents of the ban arguing that it will be selectively enforced, leading to mistrust between police and the community.
Selectively enforced? Yeah, I doubt it. I genuinely doubt it. Will there be a disproportionate amount of young black kids getting these $250 fines? Yeah. Because they're the only ones wearing them. Period.
I can't in good conscience vote for something that I feel would further criminalize and marginalize young black men in our city.
There you have it.
Sponsor council.
Well, good thing that they don't need you to vote for this to further criminalize and marginalize young black kids in the city. They do that to themselves. So it's almost like, you know, we really don't need your vote to do that because they're doing it to themselves. But this might help or, you know, be a deterrent to kids who are thinking about getting into these types of crimes. But because of your selfishness, now those kids who might have been deterred from legislation like this are going to be fully encouraged because they know they have your support, sister.
Councilman Anthony Phillips hoping the ban will help solve crimes, including several recent shootings committed by people wearing ski masks.
The Philadelphia Police Department can't figure out who it is because they're wearing a bunch of ski masks and they can't do anything about it. The reality is that we have allowed for basic principles of safety to go unrest.
Mentioned the bill has exceptions, including ones for religion and lawful First Amendment activities, such as protest. Councilman Phillips saying he's ready.
And that's a slippery slope even too, because we now know that riots also can be deemed as protests. So these super gremlins can gather in packs of 20, 30, 40, even 100, and they can go into a store and say, hey, we're protesting, police brutality. Take everything and say, hey, that was part of our protest. Slippery slope to throw in protests in this legislation.
Reevaluate if changes need to be made to fight against bad actors. Now, Harris, the bill is now slated to head for the mayor's desk and could be signed into law.
Woo! So things are getting hot and heavy in the city of Philadelphia. And people are tired of these Pooh Shiesty masks. Okay? People are tired of these Pooh Shiesty masks. And people are having fun on Twitter as well with these Pooh Shiesty masks and how they are received and perceived by the citizens who aren't engaging in debaucherous behaviors with these masks on.
The second point I want to make is regarding these face mask head coverings, right? More popularly known as shiesties among our young folks. Those face masks are prohibited on SEPTA property. You come on SEPTA property wearing your shiesty, you will be engaged by police. So I want you to think about that. For those involved in activity that is illegal, you will be engaged by police. Now you got two choices: remove it, or we escort you off property.
There you have it. Take them off. Take them off. Okay? It's that simple. It's that simple. You want to fly under the radar? You want to avoid police interaction, police activity? Go ahead, take the damn mask off.
Gang violence and other kind of violence. So it is what it is.